Welcome to SLAC 293. It's your boy A-Dub, and as you can see, SLAC is on the move this week. We have a lot of different things going on right now, and I am coming to you from a remote location, secure location, but you know, obviously last week was an April Fool's. We are going to be back every single week, every single Tuesday. That is our tradition, but this week will be a little bit different. I'm just going to be reporting out on a few different things, and then when we can all get back together as a group, we'll have lots of things to discuss. So really right now, slackers out there, this is just a chance for me to give you guys your homework assignment and make sure you guys are queued up and ready to go with some comments when we get back together on some of the recent happenings. So welcome to the show. It's your boy A-Dub as always. And again, this is SLAC 293, continuing your Tuesday tradition, 293 weeks in a row, still on our countdown to 300 and still moving forward as always, charging ahead. Want to say much love to my boy Strizzy and also my boy Marcus. We'll be back together again for some great conversation. But until now, a few things that we need to talk about. Florida Gators winning the championship last night. I had to go ahead and just rep my Georgia because, you know, I still hate the Florida Gators and I don't really like to see them successful, but they earned this one. I was really pulling for Houston, but they just couldn't get it done towards the end. They were leading like the whole game, but once Florida caught up late, they started to tense up. In my opinion, I think that they played not to lose. And as soon as you play not to lose instead of playing to win, that's when things catch up with you. They had 3 turnovers in the last minute of the game, and then obviously with the chance to potentially win the game at the end, did not even get a shot off. That's just really unfortunate to see, but they had a great March Madness run, and that concludes, you know, another NCAA men's tournament that was, they're all eventful. I don't want to say it was uneventful, but it was just not the upsets, not the Cinderellas that we normally see, you know, with a 1 seed winning, with all 4 1 seeds making to the Final Four. So a little bit different there, but nods, you know, hats off to the Florida Gators for staying in that game, coming back late, and their 3rd title now as a men's basketball program. So that's what's up. Again, feel for Houston. After they beat Duke, I thought that they would take the whole thing. And Johnny Dang and Paul Wall actually offered to buy them grills if they won the championship. I don't know if they're still going to get grills or not since they came up a little bit short, but I thought that that was a pretty cool story as well. Big news in the NBA, Mike Malone being fired. They're like, you know, a game and a half behind the Lakers right now in the West. They are a playoff team. They're a very strong team. They're a few years removed from winning the title, and he's a good coach. I don't understand what's going on. I feel like the NBA has the least amount of job security for coaches. This is now, you know, 3 different surprising ones. The Grizzlies coach, Mike Malone. I mean, when you have teams that are going to make the playoffs, and especially like in the Denver Nuggets situation, like they're still a strong team, but like that shows me that you didn't have faith in them making a deep run based on where they're at. But it's like with that championship core with Jokic, they've had some injuries this year that they haven't really, you know, had a lot of had a lot of backups come in, and they didn't, you know, go out and get, you know, reserves or anything like that. They didn't really sign to bolster what they had on their bench, so they didn't have that depth. All those things considered, and Mike Malone's track record after 10 years with the organization, I would think he would get a little bit more leeway than that. We're basically like a little bit over a week out from the playoffs, so this was a surprising move. Also, the GM was fired, so I'm wondering, this is one of those things like our brother Marcus always says, it's like, is there something behind the scenes that we don't know about, or is there a reason behind that? So we will have to talk about that soon. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about Mike Malone being fired. Is it justified or not? And what do you think could have possibly went into them deciding to move away from him right now? At the very least, right? Maybe you just go into the playoffs, and, you know, even if you don't have a deep run, you're only like a week and a half away from the playoffs. Why not give him a chance, you know, in the, you know, once it gets to those 7-game series and you got Jokic. So it's like, I don't know, very weird to me. I do want to give a quick shout out to my boys Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League. They beat Real Madrid today 3-0 in the first leg of the quarterfinals. I'm really excited for Arsenal because they haven't had a big Champions League run in a long time. And as far as the Premier League, they're a little bit out of it with Liverpool just running away with the title this so far. So a Champions League trophy would be huge for Mikel Arteta. So definitely wanted to give a shout out to Arsenal. I hesitate to bring them up on this show though, because every time I do, their fates turn. But I'm confident in them. I'm solid. 3-0 in the first leg of an aggregate is really strong. So they'll play again next week, and hopefully they can hold on and move on to the semis. In NFL news, Julio Jones officially retired. Big shout out to him. Had a great career, especially as a Falcon in those early years. Just dominant receiver. A few moves on the free agency. Nothing too crazy, but Joe Milton coming to the Dallas Cowboys to be the backup quarterback, traded from the Patriots. I really like that. He's athletic. He has a big arm. He can learn. So I think he's going to be really solid as a backup. Obviously, Cooper Rush moved on. He went to Baltimore. And then Trey Lance, I believe, signed with the Chargers this week. So both of the backup quarterbacks for Dallas will not be back this year, even though they both saw significant time last year with Dak having an injury. And, Dak, I wouldn't say is injury prone, but, it has missed significant time, more times in the past few years. So we'll see if Joe Milton comes into play at all this year. Yeah, nothing too crazy. So again, this is just like a little quick check-in. And when we get a chance to kind of dive deeper into these topics, we will be going back over them. Also, we'll finish our final four right now. I think we have Portillo's versus Whataburger, and we have Jack in the Box versus Taco Bell. So those are our final four for the fast food brackets. We'll be handling that business when we get together again. And again, we need to make sure we have the Slackers' contributions for that one. The last thing I will end on is a sad note. Octavio Dotel, the former pitcher, a former Major League Baseball player, was in the Dominican Republic last night, and actually was among 44 others that passed away when a nightclub roof collapsed. It's a famous nightclub in the Dominican Republic. Apparently it was a little bit after 1 a.m. They're all having a great time partying, and the roof actually collapsed and and killed several people, or 44 different people. That's very sad news and just like scary. Like, you don't think about those type of things happening. I'm sure everybody was just having a great time, and it's just really sad. But obviously that news bubbles up because of some of the people that were among those deceased, but doesn't make it any less serious for all those others that lost their lives. So definitely thoughts and prayers with the family of all those victims, and just crazy stuff. So Strizzy always reminds us to just hug our loved ones, tell each other that you love each other, and it's never the wrong time to just let people know how you feel, and don't take life for granted. So I will leave on that note. Again, we have lots of things going on, my brothers and I, but we always want to make sure that we come to you with at least some content every single week. So this will be the SLAC 293 installment. And again, we appreciate your comments, your likes, your support all through the years, all through the weeks. And we hope to see you guys real soon when we can dive deeper into these topics and discuss them together. But until then, let me just check my notes really quick one more time. I think that was it. So until then, it's your boy A-Dub signing off on this Taco Tuesday. And again, much love and peace. We'll see you real soon.